Yo, what's good guys, it's your boy Bama and we're back with another video. And as you guys can see by the title of the video today, we're going to be talking about how to farm unlimited spirit shards that just dropped in the update in AFS. So before we get into the video, if you guys could like, comment, and subscribe, that would mean a ton to your boy because we're on the road to 10k subscribers and we've gotten over 1k in the past 2 to 3 days. So that means a ton to me, and let's get right into the video. Alright, so as you can see by the title of the video, I'm just going to be showing you guys the unlimited method that I've been doing. I've been getting about 20 billion overnight just from 7 to 8 hours of AFK, and you can see miner here, although you don't need to upgrade anywhere near this. I don't know why I did it. I think it was very dumb to do that, but you could probably stop around 40 million times or wherever you're at in that range. If you're doing over 20 million, there's really no reason to keep upgrading. So if you guys already know how to, upgrade and how to get to each area, you could skip through the video and where I'm talking about the actual farming method. And I will have it timestamped on the video to where you should skip if you are just trying to AFK overnight and you're not trying to actually get your damage up from the very beginning. Alright, so if you guys are trying to get your damage up from the very beginning, this is definitely the best place for you because I can give you guys everything, the rundown from the start to finish. So all you're going to want to do, you're going to spawn in and you're going to see these weak ninjas, and each time you kill them, you will get more damage. So if I hit them, let's say I'm from the very beginning, each kill I'd be getting like +1 damage or whatever it is in the very beginning. And you're going to want to farm here until you're doing about 20 to 30 damage, maybe even 100 if you really want to, although I don't recommend it. And make sure you are upgrading your slayer because you do get more shards from each kill. And once you're doing about 50 or whatever damage you farmed in, you can go ahead and head over to Pain, and don't worry about killing Pain's boss unless you really want to, but you can farm in this area until you're doing about 1 to 10k if you really want to, and then you could just instantly kill Pain, or you could farm to 100k if that's really what you want to do. And then once you've done that, you can fly all the way over here to Madara. And once you're farming at Madara, you can see he has 5 million health, and his enemies, which is Zabuza, has 25k health. And you can kind of farm here until you really want to because he is the last boss in the game. The only things that are really in the game is these large crystals and the small crystals. The large crystals are 100 million and the small ones are about 20 million, and the small ones only give you 10 million shards. These give you 50 million. So now that you got all of that in your head, let's go ahead and talk about the actual farming method itself. So for the actual farming method, I would highly recommend that you guys go ahead. So for the actual farming method, I would recommend that you guys go ahead and download this app if you are on PC called Tiny Task. And you guys can see I have it on my screen right here. Tiny Task is the best possible way to AFK overnight. It will not give your computer any viruses, and if you guys are not going to be AFKing overnight, this video will still be very helpful to you regardless of what you're doing, if you're on PC or whatever. So we'll talk about Tiny Task in a little bit. Let's talk about some of the powers that you're actually going to need for this. I would highly recommend getting Ice Explosion because it's going to hit every enemy in the range, and you can choose whatever else attack you want. I just recommend Ice Explosion, and make sure that you have the Phoenix Fruit, the King Fruit, the Light Fruit, or Nezuko's Blood Demon Art, although that's kind of for a lot of the people that paid for the Battle Pass right now because the free-to-play guys haven't got enough quests in order to get it. So once you have all those, let's go ahead and jump down here. I'd be farming Madara in this instance because the enemies are more spread out here. So once I'm actually right here, you're gonna want to go ahead and equip, let's say your Phoenix Fruit, and let's just go ahead and use the C skill. You can see that it is delayed, so it will take a second, but the C skill is not going to kill every enemy here. It's going to just kill like a few of them because it's not going to be able to hit the whole range. And it's perfectly fine because then that is when your Ice Explosion comes in hand, because then it will hit everybody here. You can see the Ice Explosion attack right there. It's hitting everybody that's in this actual range, and it just destroys everything. So let's say you want to combine your fruit with the actual Ice Explosion, then it will hit every enemy in this range and they will just keep respawning, and you'll be getting the max amount of damage per kill. Now the reason that I would say Nezuko's Blood Demon Art is because this is what I use personally. A lot of you guys are not going to be able to one-shot this boss, so you're going to want to get the most combo. You're going to want to get the most combos possible. So let's say you want to use her Blood Demon Art. Let's go ahead and use her X skill right here, which will just so happen to be the best attack for her. So I'm going to use her X skill. You can see see how long the combo lasts. It just stays there forever, and the cooldown is just immediate. You can just go ahead and use it right again after that, and it just keeps doing damage. And let's say you want to combine this with your final shine, and then you want to use your ice explosion and then her blood demon art one more time. You can do all of those things because it's just going to do a massive amount of damage. Although the servers are laggy and it is very delayed, it's going to hit everybody in this range. So now that you understand all of that, let's go ahead and get our tiny task here, because this is going to be very important. And go ahead and check mark your always on top, because that will make sure that it doesn't go off the screen until you actually minimize it. And you can put yours wherever you want. I'm going to put mine right here. And all you're going to want to do is you're going to want to hit record. And when you hit record, you're just going to spam as much attacks as possible for about 10 to 15 seconds, because that's all you're really going to need. So now I'm going to hit record. I'm going to use my blood demon art. I'm going to use my ice explosion, my meteors, everything that I have in the game that I could really use. And once you've used that, you can see that it's been like 12 seconds. I'm going to wait until like 15. Then we're going to stop the recording and then save the recording. And you can see I have previous ones. So I'm going to title mine AFS4, and then we're going to save it. And once you've saved it, go ahead and just hit open and click AFS4, because that's the file that I just saved. And then you're going to turn on continuous playback so that it plays over and over while you actually use the file. So now that we've opened it in here, we're just going to hit play, and it's going to automatically play for us, and we don't have to click anything. And you can see this is just how I was farming overnight, although I was not farming at Madara. Although you really can do that if you want to, because you still get a decent amount of shards. I just don't recommend it once you were doing about 20 million damage. So once you're doing about, you know, a lot of damage, maybe you're doing 5 million, 10 million, 20 million, you're going to want to come up to these large crystals, because this is where I farm overnight. These give you 50 million each time that you actually destroy them. So let's go ahead and open our file one more time, and let's put AFS4, and you can just see when I click play, it's going to automatically attack it again just as before. You can see that I just immediately destroy it because I am such high damage right now. And overnight, it'll keep respawning that large crystal every few minutes. You're going to be getting 50 million each time that you destroy it, and it'll just keep stacking up. And from what I'm getting about 20 million overnight, because no matter how much you upgrade, these large crystals are only going to give you 50 million. And do keep in mind that this does apply if you have the double Chakara. If you don't, you'd still be getting about 25 million, which is still about 7 to 8 billion overnight, which is really good, because it takes like 2 hours to do 8 billion on your summons on that UI Goku banner. And on the regular banner, you could be doing, you know, let's say 20k summons, right? It only costs 20k to summon. Well, that is going to take you forever to even get rid of that, which means you're just going to be doing this forever, because you're just going to keep getting shards over and over. And once you've done that, then you could just go ahead and head over to whatever banner you want to summon at, right? I guess I could go ahead and head over to this Goku banner, because I still don't have him. And let's just do a random summon and see if I actually get him. And you can see that it only costs 25 million for one summon. And when you have billions of shards, 25 million is not going to be anything to you. And you're also getting free Chakara shards on top of that, because you're going to keep pulling this Deku, Gojo, and whoever else. And they give you a ton of shards over time once you keep selling them. You can see I already have a ton of shards to begin with, so this is only going to keep adding on more. I already have 10 million. Look at that, that's just a free 5k Chakara that you could just go ahead and get rid of. So that is pretty much the method. That's all I really have to go over. If you guys want more in depth on how to get your damage up faster, I mean, you can watch my first video that I made, because I did go in detail about that. But this one's kind of for the AFK people that are really trying to get as much as possible for that Goku banner, or the other banner for, you know, your Riichi and Jerk Goku. So that is pretty much going to do it for the video today, guys. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did enjoy, because each like helps my channel even more. And I do stream this game every day around 8 p.m. Central Time. So that's pretty much going to do it. Hope you guys all enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.